Okay, well, let's bring in David Pursell. He is a petroleum engineer and also a managing director of Tudor Pickering Holt, an energy-focused investment bank, to talk to us a bit more about what is next for BP. And David, great to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Adam, of course, still with us throughout the show. David, you know, a lot of talk now is about this containment cap and that BP has learned their lessons. They believe it's more successful. Does it have a bigger chance than what we saw with this top kill?
I think the answer is no. I think if they thought this had a higher chance of success, then they would have tried it first. You know, the top kill.
Well, they did try it first. It failed, and then they tried top kill. So now they're trying it again, right?
Well, this is different because what they're trying with this containment is a little different, where they're actually cutting the riser off the top. If you think about the blowout preventer, the riser is the big pipe that goes to the surface. It's bent over, so it's like a garden hose that you folded over that might have been slowing the flow. So the concern is if you cut that off, you might actually increase the flow compared to what they have now. Temporarily. Right. Now the question is, think about putting a sprinkler on a hose, excuse me, that's gushing water. You know how hard that is. Well,
right.
Think about this, 5,000 feet under the water, putting a sprinkler on top of the gushing garden hose. Yeah. The chance of success is actually, I think, certainly less than 50%.
So if the top kill chance was sort of 60 to 70, this is 30 to 40.
I think so. We felt like the top kill was less than 50%. I think BP's probably learned their lesson not to kind of give optimistic chance factors on something that you've never done before.
And then under-deliver. Right. David, you know, throughout watching all that's developed with BP, what's been most, let's say, disturbing to you about what has happened here and what BP has done?
Well, I think on the well, there's a series of processes and procedures that were not followed maybe properly, and there's some things that were clearly missed. There's some yellow flags and red flags that were missed along the way, and I think...
And they're BP's
They are absolutely
fault?
BP's fault. BP's in charge on this. They're in charge of the procedures. They are driving the bus.
So not Halliburton, not Transocean?
It is not Transocean. It's not Halliburton. It's not Cameron or Drillquip. It is BP. It's BP's well. They're in charge. So right. That's the key.
You know, some of the articles I was reading over the weekend, I mean, included one, you know, using a single pipe to go down into the reservoir versus, you know, using multiple pipes. You know, that could have actually maybe prevented this explosion in some ways, right?
There's a number of kind of nuances that we don't want to get to here,
right.
But clearly the well design and the procedures leading up to and some of the orders of the procedures were clearly in the bright light of hindsight not optimal, and right. I think you can point to a number of factors around the casing design and cement that led to this.
Okay, all right, David, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. David Pursell, the managing director at Tudor Pickering Holt, giving us sort of the nuts and bolts of what's been going on in the oil spill.